Good afternoon, Fantasy Football Inquirers. This is Cheese Go Forth coming to you live from the Cheese 105.5. Well, we've got a lot to jump into today, so we're just going to get right into it. Starting off with, obviously, our last week highlighted match. Now, we were basically looking at Gary versus Alex, which Gary was able to win the spoon feeding. Obviously, that was very easy with Alex, seeing that he had Joe Mixon, a.k.a. the Mound of Dirt, a.k.a. the Wet Napkin. So the final score of our highlighted match last week was 136.2 to 91.9. This brings Gary's record to a astounding 2-0. Alex, however, even though Joe Mixon had a great game, no one would predict that Joe Mixon had 8.9 points. I mean, I know the reporters here, and you know how I feel about Joe Mixon. He's a really good candidate to really do a lot of damage, but my God, does that man suck. It's just a shame. It's a shame. It's a shame. Looking at moving into next week, we're looking at some highlighted matches here. It looks like we're actually going to be focusing in on a 100 plus per game, which would be Mostly Destroys Trials, which is Matt Galt, versus the Fight on Gales, which is Skeet and Shipman. Now, both of these teams are, if memory serves right, 1-1. Galt basically went from the suckiest bottom feeder of the league to the supreme top scoring man. Well, Skeet is famously known as the anti-finesser. Right now, projection-wise, Galt's got him by about 10 points, but we will see what happens due to waiver wire and spooning. Now, moving into the high and lows of this week, we had, like I mentioned, Galt with an astounding 177.8 points. It's really astounding coming off of a sub-100 putrid first week. And no surprise to anyone here that the low per man this week was Evan. Evan is trash. Trash. I mean, the fact that he even wins a game in this league is astounding. Coming in at 79.9 points. Now, you know, one might say that's pretty good for Evan. You know, he usually sucks. Which astoundingly, 79.9 does not beat the all-time low. The all-time low is still held by Alex in week 1 in 72.9. Very astounding there. You know, again, when you have a Mound of Dirt as a running back that you take in the first round, what can you expect? And now, speaking of a Mound of Dirt and, you know, a lot of updates into the league, there was a lot of trades. You know, we covered last week a big trade, frenzy, led mainly by Zach Calder, which led to the Skeet uprise of finessing. We actually were able to sit down with Skeet and Andrew this past week and go over some of the finessing and some thoughts of the league as well. We're going to be dropping that into the channel, so you can definitely go check that out, check that full podcast out, recorded on Zoom. We did have some issues, so we're going to bring it in about live, about halfway through the interview. But some good details there, some good insight from two of our veteran owners in the league. So, you know, definitely tune in. And, you know, like I mentioned, this hopefully plans go according. This will be on YouTube. So welcome to the channel. You know, we'll definitely be putting everything in here fully uploaded. Everything will be live. So that way you can definitely check in. We'll be looking at doing uploads, and then we'll also look at doing just live, just going straight live on the YouTube channel. So take a look at that. You know, again, any ideas, any call-ins, we'll definitely be looking to schedule some more call-ins moving into the next week. My idea is to bring on the highlighted match winner, maybe, and then maybe someone new each week. Just kind of mix it up, you know, unless something hot comes up like the finesse trading scandal that Skeet and Andrew discussed last week. So with that news, like I said, the highlighted match was Gary versus Alex. So be looking to bring Gary on, you know, as well as maybe someone else that's worthy, unlike Evan or Clay, who both is a par in this league. We will mention, speaking of Clay, though, for somehow, and you know, this goes back into the spoon as well. Looking at the current standings right now, we've got three teams that are 2-0 still, and that would be Gary Frazier, Clay Holbrook, Miracle, and Matt Galt, who got lucky and played Alex, who is a melanoma in fantasy football the first week as well. Now, rounding, and, obviously if we do the 2-0s, we have to do the 0-2s. No surprise here. Penis and Zach Calder, even though his trades, quote, I have a plan. He's the finesse key. Like I said, just stick your finesse key in him. He unlocks and trades anything he wants to at this point. And then obviously Alex, who is for some reason riding Joe Mixon. Anyway, in other news, we're going to go to the Nuggets, which, everybody, including this reporter right here, has said a lot of things about the Nuggets sucking here as of late. And somehow, some way, they were able to beat the Clippers. And, I have to give them a hand. They beat the Clippers 7-game series. Kawhi and Paul George. Paul George is leading his shooting balls off the backboard. No shot to get past the Lakers. No shot. But that is, old news. Yeah, that's really all I have to say about the Nuggets. Moving away from fantasy football and back into football, everyone's obviously going to be excited for Monday night's game, the Chiefs and the Ravens. Big powerhouse game there. A lot of people think that whoever's going to win that game is going to have a good foothold into the AFC for the Super Bowl. Unfortunately, they're going to meet the Seattle Seahawks, the NFC champions, and lose the Super Bowl. But, hey, second place, not that bad. Not that bad of a game. It's not that bad of a game. It really isn't. But other than that, we're going to keep it short and simple today. Definitely tune in next week. We'll go over our highlighted game, highs and lows. Joe Mixon comments. Obviously, if he gets over 6 points, we're going to have the broadcast as a boom day at this point. Check in just with the Nuggets as well, and any other sport topics that you'd like to see. Definitely let us know. We're always open to feedback here at 105.5 The CHEZ. Other than that, like I said, big announcement. The YouTube page is dropping. You'll find that at the _G13 is the page name. So definitely go check it out. My guess, we'd probably see some high and lows and toss-ups from Andrew later on this week as well, add into the podcast. Again, the full interview between Skeet, myself, and Andrew will definitely be in there as well. So go check it out. If you got any questions, as always, follow us on our Instagram and our Twitter handle. Instagram handle being Joe Mixon _Mount of Dirt. That's Joe Mixon _Mount of Dirt. And the Twitter handle _Evan You Suck. That's Evan, letter U, suck. For all of us here at 105.5 The CHEZ, we thank you very much for staying with us throughout this 2-week scan. Again, be sure to go check your waiver wires, enjoy those finesse trades, and we will definitely be seeing you soon.